Recently, it was revealed that Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who currently has an unfortunate sizable lead over his Democratic opponent, Beto O'Rourke, but it appears that Greg Abbott used some shell games within the state of Texas to basically end up using COVID funds to bus migrants out of the state of Texas and just send them all over the country, wherever the hell he felt like sending them. Now, as you'll recall, when the pandemic began, when it was at its height, for the record, still not over yet, even though people are pretending it is, it's not. But anyway, we had the COVID relief packages coming from the federal government. In addition to the payments to American citizens and, of course, the PPP loan program, you also had every state in the country get a bunch of money for free from the federal government to make sure that while people weren't able to work, while commerce was slowing down, you didn't lose revenue and you were able to keep your state running. But there was a big caveat with that. That money that you got from the federal government can only be used to make up for budget shortfalls in your state. You cannot use it on stupid vanity political projects like busing migrants out of the state or shoring up the border wall or for Operation Lone Star. You can't do that, Greg Abbott. So Greg Abbott got together with his indicted Attorney General Ken Paxton, and they came up with a plan. They said, we can use this money for budget shortfalls, but we want to use it for this. So how do we come up with that? I know, they said, let's take the money to do the evil things we want to do out of the other budget, and then we can say, oh no, a budget shortfall. Then we put the COVID funds into the budget part, because then we're not doing anything illegal, but we still get to use all of the money to do our political immigration stunts. And that is, of course, exactly what they did. Here's a report. This is actually from The Nation. The governor had swapped out revenues from various state agencies with COVID-19 funding, then used those revenues, which unlike the COVID funding were not bound by any purpose, for his immigration enforcement activities. The result was roughly $1 billion used to supplement those various programs launched by Mr. Abbott. And I'm sorry, it wasn't Ken Paxton that joined him. It was Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. So my apologies to Ken Paxton. Based on this report, you were not actually involved in the scandal. It was Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. My apologies there, folks. Either way, these Republicans were playing shell games with money that could have been used for literally anything else in the state, right? I mean, think about it. Have we had any reports over the last year and a half, 2 years maybe, of things in Texas that maybe could benefit from some investment? Anything at all you can think of? No? Ted Cruz going to Cancun because the Texas power grid failed? Like, you took $1 billion for your political immigration stunt, which is exactly what it is, when you could have spent that $1 billion shoring up your energy grid so that people didn't freeze to death during freak climate change-inspired winter storms in the state of Texas. You could have saved lives with this money. Which, by the way, they had multiple power grid failures this past summer, too, during massive heat waves. But you didn't. You didn't want to use the money that the government gave you for free, socialism, to actually improve your state. You wanted to use it to improve your chances of winning re-election. And that is exactly what Greg Abbott did. And as I mentioned, unfortunately, according to the latest polls, it looks like it might be working. Hey, everyone. This is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.